Hi guys, this is Rustam Kasimdzhanov and we're having our second Banter Blitz session. My last one was like 3 weeks ago. I had a lot of fun, so yeah, let's play some Blitz. Yeah, let me just accept. Jin Kobe Loba. E4, C5. Wow, let's see how the knight off goes. I've been advertising this opening for a while now. So let's see if this really works out for me. Bishop E3, E6, F3. This was actually this Dinglier and Carlsen games and a lot of others. It's not like I know a lot of theory here, but let's just see how it goes. B4, I don't even know if it's a move, but must be. Yeah, I want to go D5 next, like this. Now it looks more like French than anything else. Let's develop the knight. Queen B4 is probably not going to happen, not a very good move. And I've been playing pretty risky opening. Probably wasted a lot of time jumping around with my knights. Now, I don't know. I mean, there's a choice between castling short or long. Bishop E2 looks like he's going to castle short. And so am I. I'll just try to be a bit faster. Because my position... no, he does castle long. Let's see how this goes. Rook C8. Maybe I will sacrifice my knight on C3. Probably there is nothing good about my position, but yeah, some optimism on my side. Maybe F5 is kind of strong now. Plays King A1, stepping out of all this nonsense. So yeah, let me just castle short. We'll probably go F5, I'll take on E5, and we'll have a mess. And one day I'll have to sacrifice something on C3, but I don't yet see how am I going to do this. Maybe you can also attack me slowly. Yeah, probably something like this. I probably have a rotten position here, but okay, staying optimistic is important. I want to go knight C4 and maybe get some play. Okay, I'm too lazy to calculate. So I go knight C4, take with the pawn, attack the rook now. The last few moves, things have gone my way quite a bit. Maybe he shouldn't have allowed knight coming to C4. My pieces are playing much better now. And Queen A5, this will create some serious threats. So normally he should have been first attacking me, but yeah, he lost some time, and this is probably checkmate. So this is a nice warm-up. I had some trouble in the opening, but things went better afterwards. So I am playing against Ruzgar Taylan from Turkey, if I read the flag correctly. And a player rated 2758, which probably means my days are numbered. He also knows the theory better than I do. Not so surprising because I really don't know the line I'm playing now. Bishop A3, I probably should have exchanged that, but I thought his bishop on A3 might be passive. He attacks, I protect, and I retreat. yeah, e4. I've been playing this slightly lazy chess, so my opponent definitely stands a bit better now, but my position is still solid. So he'll probably play rook b1. I'll play queen c8. He has a lot of pawns in the center. I have to admit that. Queen d3. He prevents queen a6. So maybe rook e8, playing for tricks. I don't know if my tricks will work. I wanted to go like d5, but although it's 6 o'clock for me, because it's like my first games of today, it feels like early morning. Yeah, I'm still feeling a bit lazy to calculate. And also getting slightly outplayed here, to tell you the truth. So I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And bishop to a4, I don't know why. Maybe I can play for some tricks, which I don't really see. At some point, I should have to slow down and calculate something. Because I'm clearly playing against a very dangerous opponent. And he is outplaying me. So normally I should go ed, but I will lose a piece. The bishop e7. I think nothing good about what I got. Yeah, this tactical operation really didn't work out for me. This also will not work out. Wow, got into trouble too early today, but yeah, things happen. Yeah, sometimes you just have a bad game, and this is a good example. I'm also playing slowly, not really compensating for my position by time either. Bishop b7. Oh my god, I'm not really having a lot of squares for my queen. Okay, let's play queen b8. I'll probably lose this in a matter of few moves. Okay, he takes the queen. Maybe it's not too bad, yeah? I don't mind being queen down here. At least maybe I can get some counterplay. Maybe not to a8, but yeah, let me grab this pawn. Knight e4. Let me threaten some sort of a check. Doesn't even threaten a check. Oh my god, yeah, not my best day yet. Yeah, this is slightly embarrassing. Yeah, I thought I would be threatening a check, which I am really not. And there is nothing good about my position anymore. I cannot protect this. So yeah, I just resign this and move on. Very well played by my opponent. And I should probably play slightly more, what's the word? Slightly better. This was really not impressive. So trying to be slightly more solid here in the opening. Dangerous Right is playing a hot theoretical continuation with e4, which I just don't want to meddle into any theoretical discussions here. So I'll just build up solidly. And he's doing pretty much the same. Now I'm gonna go maybe bishop a4 and hit this pawn on e4 one day. My position is actually quite solid. And after knight d2, I thought maybe knight h5, show some ambition on the other side. I want to go queen h4, knight f4. Basically, the last time I played chess was the last Banter Blitz. So you probably feel I'm a bit rusty. Chess is a game like this, yeah? You might be playing it for a lifetime, but every time it takes a few games to get into it, yeah? So it's better to keep practicing, better to keep playing. Otherwise, you always lose a few days here and there just, warming up. Dangerous ride from Croatia. Croatia held a very big tournament last year in Zagreb, the part of the Grand Chess Tour. And this was the only opportunity I ever had to go to Croatia. Zagreb is a beautiful place. And the Grand Chess Tour was, like so many other things, cancelled this year. So unfortunately, I will probably have to wait another year or two to go back there. Now, my dream is to bring this knight. It's a very fulfillable dream, so to speak, to bring this knight to e5. I don't know if I want to take on d3, probably not. I probably want to just stay lazy. Basically want to expand, yeah, h5, king g7, and, move around. My position should be very good. I just should make sure I don't blunder very much like last game. Okay, I'll probably take that. Play h5. I'm probably not playing it ideally because the position is a bit closed now, but I should have enough ammunition to break through on the king side. Well, this is a bit panicky. Now I can just return to the center and probably win by technical means, or I can just pick up the rook. Rook d2 was a blunder, and was a bit helpful. But I was doing pretty well in this game. Didn't play it so badly, I think. Let's push some pawns. See how it goes. Why would I push a pawn? Like first I push this pawn, now he attacks my pawn. I will not give way without resistance. The good thing about being a rook up is that things usually work out for you. So, Mr. Always Blame the Mouse, or Miss, you never know, with a Swedish flag and sharp Sicilian repertoire. Sweden is surprisingly one of those countries I've never been to. I say surprising because I traveled so much with chess, playing in tournaments, training, coaching, and in Europe you'd think I've been pretty much everywhere. But in fact, there are still quite a few countries like Sweden, Finland, even Portugal that I've never been to. I think this has to be rectified. I used to play the system when I was a kid, yeah, bishop e2, bishop g5 against the dragon. I don't know what the inclusion of a4, a5 does. Maybe my opponent will show me. f4, h6. Yeah, h6 I'm not so sure because now my f5 will be a bit maybe more dangerous, but yeah, who knows. I'm also losing a bit of central control. She can put knight on e5. b4 I did not expect, but also a good square, of course. Tuck away the king just in case. I'll probably end up going like bishop c4, and I think my position is not too bad here. I have the bishops and intending some some things on g6, f7, g5, bishop, I don't really know, yeah, I just put it on f2, because why not? I wasn't sure, I thought maybe g3 is a bit more safe, but I wanted, or more active, but I wanted to control b6 for some reason. Queen e2, rook a d1, centralize, always centralize. Knight c7, yeah, I mean knight c7 maybe not the ideal square, but I think my opponent is running out of useful plans a bit, because yeah, there's not so much that black can do in this position. Bishop e5 feels like a good direction, but maybe I can start attacking some pawns. Queen h5, because why not? I'll take this pawn on a5. And somewhere around here, I should normally start calculating, because maybe bishop c7, bishop f7 was winning, but I've been playing this position a bit lazily. But the main task is not to blunder anything big. And usually in Blitz, as is the case here, this will be enough. I wonder if my opponent is blaming the mouse as per nickname. Let's play against Mr. with a long name. Probably shouldn't pick up opponents so strong, because, you know, last time I did this, nothing good came out of this. But on the other hand, why shouldn't I lose a few games? Never had a problem with that. Queen g4. Oh well. I don't know this one. I must play f6 because it's the first move that came to mind. Not always the best option to play the first move that comes to mind. Bishop d3. Yeah, I think my opponent wants to kind of mate me on h7, g6 and do something. I'm slightly tempted to take on e5 and see what comes out of this, but probably it's way too dangerous. So let's play f5. Now I am a bit undeveloped, but I want to attack the pawn on e5 one day. And around this pawn e5, the destinies of this game will probably depend. Although maybe my position is just complete and utter garbage, and this is also possible because I really forgot to develop my pieces. h4 looks strong, and I think I'm in serious trouble again. My main task now is to develop my pieces. Maybe I will castle long, yeah? Play bishop b7, queen c7, castle long. The main task is get out of here alive. Knight e2, queen c7. I don't know what knight e2 does. Maybe he wants to go bishop c2 and d4. Maybe he wants to go knight to f4 one day. Yeah, he probably wants to go b4, which is legit. Like a sort of a banco, you know? It's a different color and a different side of the board. Knight f4. Well, I just don't know why I can take on e5. So knight e5, knight e5, queen e5. Why not? Maybe some bad things will happen to me, like knight e6. No. So I got this pawn. And now finish the development. And I don't know if I should calculate a little bit. He wants to go I just go bishop d6 and take on f4, you know, I calculate. No need to overcomplicate this. bc, I'll just take bc. Yeah, I mean, as I said, this pawn on e5 was very important and kind of crucial for our strategy in this game. And White losing this pawn means that his strategy probably did not succeed. Bishop b2, and I should probably stop to save this pawn. My first inclination was not to, but then I thought, okay, maybe the h pawn could get dangerous. And let's defend. I know what I'm defending, but let's do something. King c7, centralize the king in the endgame, blockade the pawns, repeat moves, and put a knight in the center. Yeah, I really did not deserve this position after the opening. But sometimes you get more than you deserve. And sometimes less. I'm a few pawns up here, but ideally I would like to finish the game with a kingside attack, because White's king is kind of out there. Yeah, my opponent resigned. Yeah, the opening of this game was difficult. Wow. Rest in peace, tight. A Scandinavian player. Those guys are dangerous. Never underestimate a Scandinavian player. Usually knows what he's doing. This is the only thing I know about this line, about this queen d8 line. There was some Fischer game where he played bishop f4, queen d2, and castled long. And basically that's all the information I require. And something tells me that things have changed since then. And my opponent got a much better position than Fischer's opponent did. Although maybe it had something to do with the way we were playing. So knight a6, I don't know. Should I go a3? Is it dangerous to go a3? b5. That's some aggressive opposition here. Let's bring some knight to defend my king. At least I want to go knight b3, make sure I don't get mated. Well, hopefully make sure I don't get mated. Always a dangerous sign when your opponents outplay you every game, and you have to rely on tricks and defensive skills. Knight b3, now queen. I thought queen b6, because here I thought I would, pick up some guys, and pick up some more guys, and pick up some more guys. This, I think, didn't go so badly. Most important thing is not to blunder too much. Probably put a rook on d3 soon, just to control the third rank. Third rank feels a bit weak, like rook d3. Probably go a4. And I will play knight c5. I got a bit lucky, yeah? My opponent probably blundered a few pawns. G5, some attempt to find counterplay, but also weakens his king potentially. Let me try knight c5. See if I get lucky. Do I or do I not? get lucky yet. It's a bit nasty of me, but I thought, why not? So slightly dirty, to win at the end was a trick, but I thought, a beautiful thing. So let's Selim from Poland and a picture of a beautiful girl. Slow opening play from both of us. The Selim is not very aggressive, or is not feeling very aggressive right now. Put this horsey on b4. And I don't know what to do now. Okay, let's play h6. Never know when it's going to be useful. One of those positions where the moves are not so apparent to me, probably for the reason of not having studied these positions too well. Okay, let's take on e5. Am I getting outplayed again? Like, slightly embarrassing, but what to do, right? Knight a2. Do I feel like playing some endgames? Yeah, I feel like playing some endgames. I just see how it goes. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I also think I kind of miscalculated because this was not a part of the plan. I feel like I miscalculated there a bit. Opposite color bishops will save the day for me. Will they save the day for my opponent? Probably will. Okay, let's just pick this guy. Let's just pick this guy and see if I can generate some winning chances here by being patient, by being very patient. Plays e4, not the move you play in a hurry. Maybe he'll play king e5. No, not king e5 for me today. Okay, let's provoke some moving of the pawns. Let's put it back. He is playing it very tight. Okay, let's change of plans. Change of plans, maybe I'll succeed in creating passed pawns elsewhere. And give a check. Play here. And my plan is to go like g6. It's really not gonna happen, yeah, and really not gonna help me. Maybe I should bring my king around first. Yeah, I should have maybe done this. But okay, this is difficult endings, this one's, yeah. So bring my king around. Okay, let's see how he reacts to this. Check. F5. I'm still not 100% sure what I'm doing. But this I thought should be always winning, because now I have two passed pawns. Play here. And usually these pawns should make the day, save the day, do something with the day. They're also not too difficult to push. Push them happily, push them fast. I'm kind of happy with this ending. It went better than expected, but I also got to push my pawns. No stalemates, thankfully. But in general, very tough going. Let's play against BruBru from Italy. I'm sure BruBru has meaning in Italian. I don't know what that is. It sounds to me a bit like a car, like a sound that car makes. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. But probably not. I saw today some YouTube videos where some Ferraris were involved, so my mind is probably primed to thinking cars, Italy, some gorgeous Ferraris out there. This one is known as Scheveningen, as a structure. Not sure about this particular position. And I'm not sure, not sure what's going on, but put my knight on d7. This sometimes happens, not always. And but my opponent's setup is also queen d2, rook d1, not the most threatening one. Now I'm the first one to attack his central pawn. It should be nice. Oh wow! I saw some desperate measures. Sacrifice the piece, a she, and I'm not sure that white has quite enough for the piece. I mean, I was doing quite decently. Don't get me wrong, but still, desperation of this caliber was not yet called for. Now I have a piece, but also some structural problems here. My opponent's king is not very safe, and that's where we shall strike. Oh, we'll just take a few pawns. So this one still needs, of course, some precision. Chess is very unforgiving in as far as a single mistake can completely ruin everything you achieved so far, and teaches us to be careful and focused on all those things that I am not right now. But it is banter. I also expect to lose a few games every now and then, because why not? And yet I shouldn't be doing silly things. Well, my opponent lined up on the G file, but he or she still missing pieces to deliver final blow. And the most important thing for me is not to blunder something on G6, but now G6 seems well protected. Take that guy. And yeah, I was just too much material up. And recommended on base of this game was Magnus Carlsen's rise to the top video series. So I'm playing against Artikron 8 from the state of Israel, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know what Artikron is. Probably something I should know. And also, where's my opponent? Mr. Artikron 8 will count till 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Seems like my opponent is not there, so we abort this game. And can't win them all. And we take somebody else. Montoro Sergio from Spain. So let's play the Alicante. Let's play the Alicante. Not a very good opening, but something of like a childhood love of mine. I don't know why I just played knight b6. Yeah, this is not what I studied. Bishop g4, probably also not, but yeah, I mean, this is letting me go a bit too easily, I think. And now I will at least finish my development nicely. Rook e1, knight c6. Knight is usually not very well positioned on c6, but I just was a bit worried about my lack of development. So I wanted to finish it, the development that is. Bishop g6. Playing this slightly maybe overly cautiously, and probably not having too fantastic of a position, but e7 seems protected. So this should lead to some exchanges. Exchanges in general, they favor a guy trying to equalize most of the time. So the structure is pretty symmetrical. So from now on, it will be a battle of who plays better with his knights. Because most likely we'll exchange the bishops and we'll both try to bring the knights to some beautiful places. I would like to believe that one of my knights will end up on f4 one of those days. And I would like to see that happen. Not so easy. Like, I don't know why, but I want to exchange one rook. I want to attack that rook. Most of the times I have no idea why I'm doing things that I'm doing. And yeah, he has to protect the rook. Or in fact, play rook g4 trying to attack me. Actually, my knight did not land on f4. I thought nothing was going to stop it. But now his rook on g5 is her rook on g5. The rook is kind of slightly misplaced. Could end up catching it or not, as things may be. Gotta hand that rook. I wonder if there are people out there betting on the outcome of this rook. Try to catch the rook. Don't forget about the a2 pawn. That's what I always say. Very well-known proverb. Knight b5, rook g5. I am confused. I am thoroughly, utterly confused. Queen d3. Yeah, at some point, some precision from me would be nice. But I just don't see it coming. I'll just take this guy. Something went slightly less than ideal in this game for me, like in the last few moves. Because like with his rook on g5, I expected, you know, I would be winning sometime before Christmas. And now it's not so clear. Well, queen c4 should really help me because now white is pinned. Let's see if I can win this knight by attacking it. I didn't really calculate it, but it seems like my queen is protected. His queen is not. Oh, wow. And you got to admire the attempt, but I don't see it. So this didn't go too badly. Dr. Balu, the character from a cartoon, it seems, Jungle Book, a friendly bear. Loves his honey, as should we all. This one is a dangerous line for me, but I hope my opponent is not too, oh my god. I'm just gonna say I hope my opponent is not too well versed in the subtleties of this line, but seems like my opponent, he knows his way around the Slav structures and not just his honeybees. H3. I don't know what that is. Show me. Bishop e7, yeah, I just realized I'm just finishing my development. Yeah, I'm kind of went out with my queen too early, lost a few moves there. But still, yeah, those are very solid structures. One does what one can. G4, bishop h7. Difficult for me to judge what's going on. Knight e5, I'm just not sure, yeah? I'll probably like bishop e5, I'll go knight d7, probably go f5, because why not? Maybe this will make things more interesting. Also, I could end up losing like my whole queen side. f5 takes, knight d5 takes, king h8 takes on b7. I probably just too risky, honestly. Honestly, it just feels too risky. Otherwise, it's gonna go e4. Choices. I mean, let's just play with some fire, yeah, why not? I was in these banter sessions. I always wonder if my opponents are actually listening to me. I don't know if it's technically possible. I guess so. And if they're listening to me, maybe I shouldn't be giving them lines that are dangerous. f4 was not what I feared most. But, you know, to each his own fear. I thought I was attacking this pawn, to be honest. If I learned anything from Mr. Dingliren, it is attack the pawns, take them. My opponent's position still remains very solid, but pawn is a pawn. Dr. Balu. As a kid, we used to read those books, Jungle Book, and watch the cartoon. Kipling is the author of some very interesting things. And also, a very controversial character by today's standards, or in fact any standards. Is to be fascinated by some of his quotes, and less fascinated by others. Bring my queen to g6. I'm threatening bishop d3, maybe, although I wouldn't be too keen on taking this rook. His rooks are not doing anything, but Dr. Balu protects his rook. So I'll probably end up taking his bishop on g3 instead. Play queen h5, because why not? And there is no defense for bishop h4. e4 is a try like any other, so probably now queen h2. And then I had a trick prepared. He didn't let me show my trick. Neureiser from Germany means a new traveler to new places, another kind of player. Let's see what he's got. I want to see what he's got. Show me what you got. Whenever you analyze this position, it always ends up terrible for black. But in real life, of course, to remember the lines, to understand why they're terrible, is a different thing altogether. Already bishop f5, I just did not remember, but we'll probably end up in similar positions to the ones we know. Now I'm already confused. I have a feeling I should have maybe done something else. Maybe I should have listened better. I remember looking at this, but I don't remember the details. And details are important. Germans have a saying, not just the Germans, right? The devil is in the detail. Maybe it's not the Germans at all. Usually black does not really castle long in this line. So now I'm a bit concerned. This looks like a difficult position for white to play. I played rook c1 with an idea of a3. I wonder if this plan is a bit too... just takes too long. f6, Yankee is after me. I'm actually just not really enjoying this position for some reason. It's like I feel like I'm getting attacked for no reason at all. Plus the queen e1. I don't know if I want this, but let's try to take this rook. I don't really want to take this rook either. Things are not within my control. But at least queen f8 allows me to maybe take on c7 later with check. The idea that my opponent was most disinclined to allow. And knight e5, now probably he'll take knight takes e5, knight e5, queen d4 check, and no. I know. So queen h4, a move of a tired old man, that is. Trying to exchange queens. And yeah, I mean, I'm exchanging up, but I don't really have targets. I cannot attack very much. So I'll just play b4, and I will go and find those targets. Actually, I'm always just surprised just how difficult it is for me to play with an exchange app. It's like I just don't like it very much. It's very difficult for me to coordinate my rooks properly, to keep any sort of control properly. Something went wrong with my rook coordination very early in my development. So h3. Let's do this. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? What are we doing? I feel like I'm clueless. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. And like this really should not be that difficult to play. Exchange up, he doesn't really have much to show for it, but I'm still like struggling. Still struggling. We'll just say it's the heat. And to each his own excuse, yeah? I'll use the heat. It's still so warm in Germany. I mean, those of you who are not in Germany right now, you'd find this unbelievable just how warm Germany can get. When I moved here back in the day, it was considered, you know, a country with a colder climate. This actually helps me a lot. Knight c6 check is not a move you want to allow anytime soon. And this was a tough game. Tough game. So yeah, Banter Blitz, 1.5 hours, 20 seconds break. Breeze. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's accept Tejaravi 2 with a wishes photo. Tejaravi 2 as opposed to Tejaravi 1. And will you make a move, Mr. Ravi? Yes. Caro Khan, knight d2, and I'll play g6. How bad can it be? Apparently not too great. Knight b3. Something tells me my opponent has played this line before. The knight on b3 very quickly. Not an obvious square for the knight. Let's centralize it and let's decentralize my bishop. Knight d6, I feel like I have a bit more space, so I'm keeping the knight. Like the rule of thumb, yeah, if you have more pieces, if you have more space, you keep your pieces. This rule is like gives you 50% chance of being right. It's more than the statistical average. Can I take on d4? Just probably calculate it first, yeah? Take, queen a7, take. I don't want to do this. e5. Why does something always go wrong for me? Like whatever I do, something always goes wrong for me. Change of plans. Now I made some gains on the queen side, and I start slowly but inexorably the so-called minority attack. Always makes me think of that movie, The Minority Report. It was a very good movie back in the day. Also, kind of a little bit scary, if I remember correctly. I used to, oh my God, how did I allow this? How could I possibly allow the knight coming to c5 is beyond me. It must be the heat. It's hot. Let me just, keep this as a standard excuse. What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? I mean, I'll just, swallow my pride and take that guy on c5. I'm like, how could I allow this? And in immortal words, one guy, who the hell let this happen? Oh my God. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes, I have days and days, and this one is one of those days where playing chess is not easy for me. It's not usual for me to just completely blunder a square. This time, yeah, I probably will get away with it. Seems like the worst is kind of over for me. But yeah, very difficult to be proud of this particular creative achievement. So now I should be doing better, as in not necessarily better than my opponent, but better than I was doing. I have the bishops, which means I have the future, which means I shouldn't blunder my queen. Which is going to say it also means that I should shut up, but this is actually Banter Blitz. I'm not supposed to shut up. So g5, controlling h4, who would have thought? And yeah, usually black, oh my God, I only have 55 seconds. Yeah, gotta keep up the speed also. Queen g6, the endgame, sir. Okay, endgame it is. I don't know why I played bishop d5 now. I feel my opponent is just like a proper player, like an entity fully capable of outplaying me. H-file. H-file is nice. We'll use H-file to mate our opponents. Rook H8. How do you protect against the mate? Found a way. Rook H2. I also don't know if we're playing with increment or not. Maybe I should have known this. Also, what the hell am I doing? I just flagged him. I'm sorry. I mean, what to do, right? If you can't win it, you've got to flag it. Tough. That's tough stuff, yeah? Tough stuff. And let's accept little Gary against me. I don't know if you noticed, ladies and gentlemen, this was a tough game, yeah? And I know what this one will be, but that one was tough. I saw this line in like a beginner's book 35 years ago. Very surprised when one day I discovered that, it's not supposed to be good for black anymore. It's one of those things that you learn in your childhood and you think they will be true forever. But nothing lasts forever. Not even that November rain. Or whatever they say, At the risk of inviting a lot of criticism, not my favorite song. It's a favorite song for a lot of people, and I respect that, but not my favorite song. Why does this always happen to me? I have the best intentions. I want to play well. I want to put my pieces on decent squares. I don't want to get outplayed in every game. And then what happens? Get outplayed in every single goddamn game. Queen e2 was not what I feared the most. Let's just do some little consolidation. Let's consolidate. Having said that is not my favorite song. I won't be able to tell you what is my favorite song. I don't know if a lot of folks out there, they have a well-defined preferences in this respect. Do you have your favorite song? For me, it's very difficult to say this. Also was like a favorite movie. Wouldn't be able to tell you right away. Not a man of well-defined taste. I remember being asked once in a New Chess interview, like, what's your favorite movie? I remember saying Mulholland Drive, which is like an amazing movie, but you know, on a different day, as different mood, different place, could also be like anything else. Could also be Godfather, or you know, Memento, or it could be a movie I'm watching right now. I mean, always something. How we got to movies is beyond me. So I consolidated. I have to make sure that I don't get mated, having consolidated. Three. I don't know if I should be doing this. Really not a good move, but what to do? Really not a very good move. Especially having blundered this elegant response. Something is not quite right with me today. I have a feeling. It's one of those days we just feel hot, not in a good way. Queen a4, I know what I'm doing. c5, not what I expected. bc bishop c5, maybe I can, you know, I can beg for a queen exchange. What you gonna do now? Queen exchange should be good for me because I have a potent passed pawn. I just don't see how to stop this guy. This guy will bring me glory. e2, knight b2, and this should be it. This was kind of lucky. Something, something, something. Today's my lucky day. Yeah, now knight d3 is difficult to stop, and that's a knighthood in the back. Yeah. Yashak from Germany, and a picture of a suicidal rabbit, if I can see this correctly, which is probably more fitting than Mr. Yashak or Mrs. Yashak would ever believe. So let's play like Dubov. I just channel my inner Dubov. I will just make all the Dubov moves, whatever my opponent does. Still playing like Dubov, probably no longer playing like Dubov. A good friend of ours, Christian Kirilla, analyzed this type of positions a lot and informed me that black is basically lost in most of these lines with bishop e2, bishop e3. And I want to trust him, I really do. But I haven't really acquainted myself with the results of his arduous work. Very difficult to know everything about every single line. Sometimes I feel life is just not long enough to know quite as much as we are expected to know in this opening, or in any opening, or in chess. Too many openings, too little time. Those of you Godfather aficionados will know this beat, yeah, from the movie where Vito Corleone tells Michael, there was just not enough time. And somehow I can really relate to this. There's just never enough time. I thought this would be Senator Corleone, President Corleone, but there was just not enough time. C3, A5. A5 is a bit of a touch of class, so to speak, like limiting the knight, but also kind of not very necessary. One of those little moves that are supposed to be good understanding. Maybe I should also be paying attention to what my opponent is doing, because he is kind of a little bit all over me. At least now I'm threatening knight b3 check, which means also my opponent has to be paying some attention to what I'm doing. Please pay attention to me. Pay some attention to me. So now I'm actually tempted to kind of start calculating. Yeah, rook a4, ag, rook a2, queen b3 check doesn't give me anything. I want to like stop moving and I want to just, do a proper calculation. But difficult. Or I could try to win a game with some sort of a trick, but also difficult. Or I could just play g6. And I keep it safe, probably, and simple, probably. My opponent on a mission of escaping from the corner. But now my attack should be swift, like swift Louisiana justice. Like half the time I don't even remember where my quotes come from. And also I just have no idea how to play this position. I want to take on c3, but I'm a bit afraid of f5. I'm a bit afraid of f5 because queen e5 will be bothering. So maybe I'll go rook e4. Like after f5 now I'll take, and queen e5 will not, mate me. Rook d1, I don't know, queen b3 maybe. Queen f2, maybe knight b2. I noticed that d1 was hanging. This should kind of alleviate. Does it alleviate, or did I just create problems for myself? God, I do this, yeah? I am really quite unique. Like now, I have to be careful because if I go like rook c8, queen c5, suddenly very mating. And I just have to be careful, like rook e8, rook e1, and threatening at least like check and mate. And oh God, yeah, this is so difficult. Queen d3, queen c4, might also lose on time. Oh my God, this is just so bad. And again, I should have won like 1,000,000 times. I ended up flagging my opponent with 9 seconds left. Like, who let this happen? Okay, let's play against let's play against MDM. Oh God. I think I just need a minute like after this. MDM from France, and my days are probably numbered. You know? I never survived a game against a player of this kind of rating on chess24, and I don't think today is the day. Okay, this is a slightly provocative opening choice from my opponent. Once Magnus Carlsen played against me in a similar fashion, allowing like d5 and then going back knight b8. I really did not play it in the most crucial way possible. And I also end up losing tons of time. Bishop e3. Today is my lucky day. I don't know if you notice, I definitely have those days where like I play Blitz and things are kind of feeling difficult. Yeah, today like I'm just feeling that a lot of times in places where I would not really normally expect danger, that I start getting outplayed. Also probably speaks for the generally high level of my opposition, like in this case, yeah. I got placed queen f8. Queen g5 is a fishing expedition. I don't even know what exactly I was fishing for. Maybe I was preventing bishop h6. Like sometimes I make a move and I don't really know why. And the explanation then lies in some different spheres. Rook e3. I mean, objectively, white should be like a tiny little bit better because I have a bit more space. This is kind of the advantage, which it is easy to lose control of. A lot of things will come to the square e4. If he manages to play knight e4 at a good time, then suddenly all black pieces will come to life. If he doesn't, then maybe not. Yeah, so not so easy. I thought I would take with a bishop, so that he does not move his queen yet, because h6 is hanging. He sees it quite the same way. Yeah, queen e7. Now he's getting ready for knight e4, so I will make an ugliest move in the history. Play f3, but I really don't want to allow knight coming to e4. Just really don't. And here I thought I would be able to like play g4. Why can't I play g4? g4, knight g3 doesn't bother me. Knight f4 also not. Queen e5, I should survive. A bit scared. I'll tell you that, but I need g4. Yeah? I need the space on the king side. And I need to consolidate this one. So he's fishing for some tactics like bishop f4. I think knight e4 is his idea, and everything is hanging. So I'm still like in some sort of a slight tactical mess. Yeah, let's play bishop f2. Because I'm like trying to keep some safety here. That's just not so easy. Yeah. Can I just go g5, f4, take it from there? I feel something terrible is going to happen to me in this game. Like I got a lot of space, but my king is weakened, and I have other problems. like no time. My opponent has less time than me, but I also noticed that the chess24 users are also just faster than me. And often, you know, better than me. Yeah, I was actually winning at the end, I think. I can get 4, king g6, but you probably noticed the other one got very close. This one got very close, and my opponent was so fast at the end. Yeah, oh my god, I'm just not that fast. But hang on, where are my notifications? Where are my challenges? Do we play against Kasparov fan? Let's play against Pato Bengoa from Argentina. I was thinking like I was thinking like Pato. I heard like some Patagonia. I was thinking, but I didn't think I'll be that close. Mr. Pato Bengoa or Miss Pato Bengoa. Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. No? Okay, let's do our usual count, yeah? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's abort this. Yes. And find a player who is actually around to play. Like 7 won the duel. 7 won the duel from Spain. No picture. E4. Feels dangerous. Feels dangerous. Feels very, very dangerous. I don't know this line too well. I don't know this line too well at all. So I think it's kind of unfair of my opponent to play it because I just don't know it. Can't we all behave? Can't we all live in a world where we play the lines that I know? These queen e2 things are just difficult to understand. Yeah? Very often they are better for white than they look because they sometimes look kind of funny, yeah? Like what is queen doing on e2? And very difficult to analyze and to understand. Like after a3, sometimes there are like rook b8, b4 becomes a possibility. And sometimes it's just not great. And this I was just not ready for. I was just not ready for this. I have a feeling I'm playing it a bit riskily. Like not safe at all. Let's play b4, yeah? Let's have a little fun. Girls just wanna have fun. For those of you more experienced, it will be obvious that I'm not a neither player. And I wish it hadn't been, you know, less obvious, but it is. All I hope is to get some counterplay in this game. I might be also tactically losing now. Like, might be, I should be tactically losing now. This really didn't go according to plan. This one, I also hope it's not the last game, yeah, because, yeah, not the way, you know, you want to leave the building. Yeah. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I'll just take everything, yeah? I'll just take everything and show me. Show me what you got. Sure, it's a lot. Show me. So this one, I really should lose it, and probably in different ways. Queen h5, yeah? Subtle. Queen h5, like, Queen h5. I feel like I need to calculate. I also feel like I won't do that. Queen h5. God damn it. I mean, why is this game so difficult? Like, he wants to go bishop h3 and knight d5. And if I play rook d4, maybe I control some squares. I assure you it's not a good move. Like, I just assure you. Oh my God, it's just a pure blunder, yeah? Oh my God, why am I playing this so badly? Just, okay, let's run. Run. Just run. I can't believe I'm still alive this time. Oh my God. So, people, there is embarrassing and there is embarrassing. And this one was, you know, the later. Or the former, I never know. Let me just take this bishop. Why did I take this bishop? I'm still gonna lose this, yeah? Which is kind of absolutely ridiculous. And like at some point I was already completely winning and I stopped looking at the position. Yeah, no, I also think I kind of deserve to lose this, yeah? Can I somehow hang in there? Like anything there is to be done? There's just nothing to be done, yeah? Oh, this was absolutely disgusting, yeah, the way I played this position. Yeah, there is like really nothing to be done, yeah? Oh my God, yeah? There's just... Okay, let's try to plug him. Plug him. Yeah, it's mate, yeah? Like, oh my God, this was so bad, yeah? Like, I was already safe, I was a piece up and everything. And something like in this game just had like a tragedy reader all over it, yeah? It was just like predestined. It was just, oh my God, it was just so bad to lose this one. From South Africa. Tough, some tough stuff, yeah? Oh my God. Like, how do I lose this? And very useful people out there to keep looking at the board and not just, you know, make moves that come to mind or not mind, you know? Oh my God. I'll blame the hit. I'd say it's still hard. I will blame the hit. Gotta always blame the hit. Something's too hard, you're likely to end up making a mistake. You can, you know, use it as a reference. Hard, be careful. Gotta be careful. The hotter, the more careful. This was a excruciatingly tough experience, that game, yeah? That game. The kind of a game, you know, you hope that you play it and then nobody sees it. And when you're playing Banter Blitz, it's kind of, you know, different. People end up seeing it. And the embarrassment thereof will haunt you forever. Okay, I still want to get some squares, yeah? Like, how does this always happen to me? But okay, it's also nice for my opponents to beat me, so I'll be very yogi about this. You win, it means somebody loses. And if you lose, it means somebody actually wins. Which is, after all, just serving to keep the balance. Yeah, it's just such tough game. I'm still reading from it. What the hell am I doing? Okay, now this one feels a bit more quiet. Doesn't necessarily, stay this way. Quietly getting outplayed, quietly getting pushed around. Yeah, I mean, this one is a bit quieter. I might be, getting outplayed, but I'll probably not, get mated, despite being a piece up and, and not a single threat on the board. So, can never get worse. This is a good consolation. This can never get worse. This can never get worse. I just, make some solid moves, double on the F file. I also feel like my opponent gave me too many squares. B5 is a good square, F4 is a good square, and I should be doing well. Didn't help me last time. Let's, just put it out there. Didn't help me last time at all. Let's see if knight h4 helps me. A bit embarrassing. I'll probably end up flagging my opponent in this game. Also not quite the way, I want to win my games. But sometimes there is no way around it. Yeah. Okay, now actually I think I have time for another game. Let's play one more game against an opponent from Mexico. And come on, don't let me wait. That's some Pink Floyd graphics, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, my opponent is not there. Huh? It's not cool. Totally not cool. So just one more game, but one non-aborted game, please. So okay, let's play this game against a Kasparov fan from Romania. Well, to each his own. Some of them are indeed Kasparov fans. Great player. Has a lot of fans around the world. I have a feeling I am still like on some sort of tilt from that game. Like I really wish sometimes, there hasn't been a camera keeping the track of my experience. And I could just, bury my head in the sand somewhere and cool it off. Some sort of a King's Indian structure. And once again, I'm not convinced about quality of my setup. But on the other hand, would be just, fitting the day, so to speak. Did I just blunder a piece? Come on, did I just blunder a piece? I think I just did blunder a piece. Something's really a bit off with me today, chess-wise. Otherwise, I'm doing excellently. Yeah, no, a few piece blunders here and there, few blunders of mating attacks, a few less than solid openings. That's basically all it takes, yeah, to lose a bunch of games. I will channel my inner Magnus. Yesterday, he beat Ding Liren with a rook against 2 pieces. He can do it. I can do it. I guess that's how it works. I should really be paying at least some attention. Why wouldn't I pay some attention to what I'm doing? So I broke through, but at a cost of ruining my position. And now I'm thinking, I really shouldn't be thinking. Yeah, this is just not one of those days where I should be playing chess. Like, oh my God. How can this possibly happen to me? Why would I give this check is also quite an interesting question, actually. Like quite a question. Like, oh my God. Well, this has been exciting, and yeah, I think our time is up. Like for those of you who expected the Grandmaster quality from me, well, apologies, but I hope at least, we all had some fun. There's some very exciting games, and like, oh my God, did you make my life tough or what? Yeah, I'm very happy with your general level. Yeah, a lot of people out there who who outplayed me. And yeah, maybe I didn't play my best chess, but still, congratulations to those who beat me, and congratulations to all of those who made my life difficult. And this was Grandmaster Rustam Kasimdzhanov. And yeah, I'm glad that at least they cannot take away this title from me for this performance. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. This was very exciting. And yeah, we should do this again. Stay tuned.